certified from the earth to the sky, from the dirt to my eyes. Yeah, sure I'ma find the worth
Hey,
of
what's
my
up?
life.
This is Off the Top with J. Rob the Law. It's episode like 31 or something, and we got Shiann Davis in the building. How you feeling?
I'm great. I just did a show. It was lit. I've got all these amazing artists around me. I'm doing an interview, pop-up interview at that.
Yeah.
Lit.
It's
Shout out. Why Fear Records.
Yeah. Shout out to you. So, I heard that you're making music, and you're an artist as well, like what is it, painting?
I'm a painter. I do all kinds of stuff, so I like to just kind of improvise. I'm a rapper, I'm a singer now, apparently. And then in my free time, I do like to spray paint. I can't do the graffiti and train stuff because I don't like to do illegal stuff. And I can't really do the letters very good, but I love doing planets. Shout out to my homie Jai for inspiring me in that years ago. Just let me throw that out there. But yeah, I like to do planets and galaxies and crazy stuff with spray paint, and then also acrylic paint. I do custom orders. I do random stuff. I really don't even know what I'm doing when I'm doing it. I just start doing it and it comes out, and I love it.
So
I love it.
Why do you want to make music and do art?
It's a release. It's a release. When I'm manic and I can't find anything else to do, I've already cleaned my house. I've already done my dishes, done my laundry. I went to work, did everything. What else do? I create. I gotta create something. It doesn't have to be really anything specific. It could be words. It could be just me typing something into my phone, me writing something on my notepad, or just me drawing a random sketch. Like, no matter what it is, I have to create. I have to do it. At the end of the day, when I sit down and I'm like, what do I do? It's creating. It's always creating.
That's good. So, tell me more about yourself. I want to know more about you.
Well, I want to get into science. I want to get into studying more of the future and what we can do with science. I feel like music has guided me in that, and art. I feel like art is science made clear. I heard that a long time ago when I was a kid, actually.
Wow.
And after somebody said that, it shook me to the core. So I've been doing art until the point I'm now 25, and I've just, with the whole, I want to say vaccine, just to touch on that real quick, and everything going on in science, I want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
I love music, I love art, but science is what I really want to be a part of.
That's interesting. So what was it? What was that phrase that you said?
Art is science made clear.
So do you think is that a theory or a philosophy?
I feel like a lot of it, both.
That's interesting. So
it's a lot of both.
so do you think that artists are prone to have scientific thoughts?
Yes, 100%.
Do you think they're more prone to have those thoughts than maybe the rest of the population that isn't an artist?
100%, and I feel like most of them come while they're creating.
And see, I heard that, what I've learned through engineering vocals and stuff is that
that's the best part.
Yeah, there's it's like visualizing the sound waves pretty much. So
something that others don't see.
Yeah, and it's
you see it in your head. It's like when you're rapping and you're touching the notes.
Exactly. It's like a metaphysical, interdimensional type thing.
Yeah.
Like visualizing the sound, you know?
Yes.
I mean, it's that is art in itself.
Like somebody else is already seeing it with you, and you're just giving it to them.
Exactly. So you said science. You're interested in science. You're interested in. So you want to be in a lab coat creating the next medicine for humans.
Anything. I mean, say we have anxiety, we have depression, we have all these things that doctors slap on us, and they're very real things. Like we're very quick to accept these things, and sometimes we shouldn't because then it feeds them. But when we think about it molecularly, they're real. They're real things. So all we have to do is figure out how to change them. And scientists kind of already have. We don't give them enough money or power to, and when we do, they use it for wrong things.
Yeah.
Sometimes. So why don't some of us who know some of these things and have some of these beliefs step in and use these mindsets for the greater good?
Yeah.
Why can't I make something that's going to progress humanity? If somebody makes something that's going to.
So is that like a big inspiration on why you went to do music?
Yes. Music isn't really something that I feel that way about though anymore. I used to feel that way. I don't want to be somebody who blows up and becomes this next big thing and is just this amazing hip hop artist or whatever artist, painter, whatever. I just want to be somebody who helps further humanity.
It's like
that's
just,
all I care about.
So
that
it's like
our children's grandchildren and their children have a way.
It's like making
they don't have to worry. Yeah, they don't have to worry.
Yeah, making the impact even if it's one person.
I don't do this for me in my life. I do it for the future.
That's interesting. So how long have you been doing the music for?
Man, okay, so I love this question because the older I get, the more I go back. All the way back.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting on the toilet as like a little child with my feet not touching the ground, which I'm short, so I'm not gonna lie, sometimes my feet still don't touch the ground. Swinging, like making up songs on the toilet with no words, no music, nothing, just these random songs. And then I would get pissed because I would come back to the hook, chorus, whatever, and I didn't know what to, I forgot. I'm like, I forgot it.
So,
and like,
so this is something that's
like
been a long time.
I was like 4 or 5 or 6, I couldn't tell you. I just remember I was a little girl, like my mom is still wiping my butt, like to be real.
So do you, were any of your family involved in music or arts at all?
So yeah, my dad, he would have his friends come over and they would jam. My dad always, he loves music. He played in the church band, like he did all of that. I don't think he would ever do what I do and go out and perform and stuff.
Yeah.
Mostly probably because he couldn't keep the people together to go out and actually jam.
Yeah.
Like actually form, like actually be serious about it.
That's
with the confidence.
Yeah. I feel like that happens a lot.
It's not their fault. It was their generation. They were told, you can't do that. They're doing that. So you can't. You have to go to work. You have to join the union. You have to provide for your family.
And it's still currently like that in this society.
It is. It's a restriction. It's a social restriction.
And they stigmatize the artists. The society stigmatizes artists.
We are so lucky
for real.
to do what we do.
For real. So do you think that artistic abilities is DNA? Do you think DNA is involved
100%.
with artistic ability? So you think it's in the DNA of people that do it? Like, you think if somebody, can it be in their DNA?
Yes. I don't feel like it can be always activated or always. It's always a person's choice.
But it'll be there still.
Yeah, like, so to this day, I can't play an instrument. Not that I can't play an instrument.
Me either.
It's just that I can't pick up an instrument and go perform it live with the confidence in that instrument and myself.
Do you think that you will be able to?
Yes. And that's the difference between that generation and our generation. So we just have it so much easier.
Yeah.
Or we don't need that stuff. They did.
Yeah.
But we still have the same fears that they had. It's just we have it easier.
Of course.
So, but my point is with that is that's the root. That's the root of it for me, and that's the goal. That's the longevity. Because if we keep pushing that, then that will never be a problem again.
Yeah, of course. So, like, do you think that people that are within the scene, they should, or that they do you think that they stand up and speak what they're thinking and what they're about? Like, do you think that is important to do that?
Yes, I don't think they do it enough. I feel like there's too many restrictions. Nobody likes to say things. Everything's too hush hush. We're lucky right now because we can say whatever the hell we want, and nobody bats an eye. When they do, everybody's kind of like, whatever, that's their opinion. I think that's so important right now. It's also so dangerous, and we all need to be careful.
And art is like the expression of the freedom of speech. I mean, to the ultimate degree. But something else that I'm curious about. Do you know about the hertz, like in the music, like 432 and 440? Have you heard
frequencies.
About that?
Oh yes.
So, I mean, what do you think about? What do you think about the differential between 432 and 440 hertz?
Sheesh. So sometimes I wonder if that's even important anymore. Because I used to feel like it was important. I used to feel like they need to focus more on that and not screw with us that way.
Yeah.
I don't think that it's right that they can control that kind of stuff. At the same time, that gives us power because that gives us direct manipulation.
I mean, that's true. I considered that
You
as well.
can literally take it down.
Yeah.
So it's like, at that point, are we using frequencies for the greater good, or are we using it to combat something else?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm careful about. Because do we need that? I feel like at this point in our evolution, in music, in life, in spirituality, we don't fucking even need to worry anymore. We
Yeah.
can do whatever we want.
Interesting. So
Honestly.
So I'll ask you some wild card questions. What do you think about the current system that we're living in right now in the world or this country?
It's a reset.
Oh, like
It's a reset.
The Great Reset or whatever is it called?
It's something. I don't know. I think that's too much.
Yeah, it might be too much. It might be too much to speak on certain things.
Not even that. It's just too much. It's too bland. It's too blatant.
Yeah.
It's too obvious.
Yeah.
It's
So
like saying there's a rapture.
yeah, I mean, do you think that
Intricate.
Do you
It's more
think that
intricate.
everything in the official story of what's going on with COVID, do you think that's legit?
Sometimes. Mostly. I know it's real.
Yeah.
Do I think it's... It needs to be taken care of in the right way.
Yeah. In the right way. Definitely.
It doesn't need to be used as propaganda. It doesn't need to be used for politics. It needs to be fixed.
Yeah, exactly.
It needs to be studied. It needs to be researched.
So
And that's what I want to do.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, would you see the? I mean, speaking on official stories, like there's the official story for the COVID situation, right? The official story. So there's an official story on other things, such as like 9/11. Do you think the official story is legit?
I don't think any official story they ever give us is legit.
Yeah, maybe.
Nothing.
I mean, so
It's just like history. Everything is. There's always something.
do you know
Something
about,
they missed.
Do you know about the stratosphere and aerosol injections?
I don't. Chemtrails?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then yes. Never heard it put that way, but yes. Every day.
So I mean, what is something? All of those topics. What is something that anybody can do anything about any one of those things?
That is the best question I've ever been asked. I think we just need to keep talking about it.
Talking about it, yeah. Well, see, what if they take away
The fact that I almost said I had no idea, and then I was like, wait, I do though.
Yeah. That's
You just think about it. All you gotta do is just think about it.
And see, that's where like the hip hop is like the hip hop was based on multiple different things when it was created, and that was it was dancing,
Truth.
it was graffiti, it was DJing, it was rapping, and then it was knowledge and information and truth.
Honesty.
Yeah.
Just honesty.
And then, what do you think about the weaponization of the hip hop culture?
Oh god, dude. I'm playing with it. You wanna be real? I'm playing with it. I'm using it. Because at this point, why be mad if I am a part of it? Why not just use it? It's still in me. It's still, there's a message in it, and you've seen it with all these new artists. They're still saying the same stuff, just in a different way.
Yeah.
And because they've realized it.
Do you think that people really sell their souls in the music industry?
Yes, but not all of them.
Why do you think they do it for? Like, what do they do it for?
Fame, power, mostly just power. I mean, because that's the root of it.
I have a good question. Do you believe in aliens?
Yes.
Do you believe in? There's 3 different types of aliens that I could think of. And that's. Do you believe in interdimensional aliens?
Okay.
Physical aliens, or
Okay.
aliens that have been
That's
made
a
on this
lot.
earth?
That's a lot. Keep going. Which topic are we touching? 'Cause
Oh, I was speedballing like a bunch of different ones, so.
Dude, all right. I do believe that we are a species that is interbred from over like time. I mean,
So
I don't believe we're the only entities with consciousness in the universe. I don't believe that we were put here for just no reason. I don't believe that we're on Mars randomly. I don't believe we're studying Venus for no reason.
So, interdimensional aliens, what do you think about that?
I feel like that's not even it's not a fit, And that's how you get cut off by.
Yeah, here, actually, I might as well just get them in the shot.
Okay. We are here live.
Hey, I mean, honestly, I think that's cool though. It's like,
This is the best timing.
It's the setting, you know? I mean, it's like,
Shout out to all the Proud Boys in the back. With their fucking fogs, because that's lit. If you can still hear me, which I'm sure you can, because that mic is crispy.
I'm sure it's still working. So wait, what do you think? Do you think that interdimensional aliens are real?
Yeah, I believe we all are
Do
then.
you think that angels and demons could potentially be the way of describing?
Yes, those are simple words compared to what it is.
So what about like physical aliens from another planet? Like, do you think that those
Yes.
exist? And
Yes, 100%.
aliens made on this earth, do you think that aliens could have been made on this earth possibly? Like a man-made alien?
In a way, I wouldn't call it an alien. I would call it human.
Interesting. So
Yeah.
do you
It's
think,
kind of weird because I never thought about it like that, but yeah.
what do you think about DMT?
I'm waiting for it.
Yeah?
I can
good
do
answer.
it myself.
What?
Not like it could be done.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to go looking. But if it is presented, then I know how to do it, so why not?
Yeah. So,
However, I would not do acid. I will only microdose shrooms, and the only thing I do is marijuana
yeah.
because of things that I can do sober, naturally.
Yes, of course. I resonate with that.
Yep.
But you know what? So we went into the wild card direction, but I want to ask you now more about your music. What's up with your new releases? What do you got going on with
Singles. So it's now. I don't know when this episode will be released, but it's August, and I have dropped 7 singles, one a month. July was the last drop, 24th or 25th. Thank you. Shout out, perfect timing. I could tell you all the names, but I'd rather not. I want to release more than just that. I will say that there's a remix coming very soon. I'm not gonna disclose the remix because, you know, copyright and shit. I'm just gonna wait on that. It's gonna be a video. It's gonna be mind-blowing. Stay tuned. But yeah, it's one of the singles.
So, we're gonna drop this interview probably in about 8 or 9 weeks. Honestly.
Cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit.
That's fresh.
Yeah. So, but what I'm curious about is, I mean, you're from OKC, right? So, I mean, what brings you to Tulsa?
I love Tulsa. I love the energy. I love the atmosphere. I've been coming here since pretty much I started. The first time I came here, I was about to turn 21 years old. It was at the Blackbird, and you had to have a waiver if you weren't 21. You had to have your parents sign a waiver saying that you could perform in a venue. If you're an artist and you've ever performed underage at a bar, you know.
Yeah.
You have to sign a waiver. You have to have your mom or your daddy sign a waiver, even though you're already a legal adult.
Yeah.
So I drove all the way out here from Oklahoma City without getting my waiver notarized. I had my waiver, I had my mom sign the waiver, and I didn't get it notarized. Got here with the outsiders, shout out Hector.
Shout out Hector.
Got out here and they're like, oh, she's not 21, you can't have her in here. I was literally about to turn 21 in 2 months.
That's probably
2 months.
One of the worst nights.
And that's when I realized, I was like, dude, I never hit the notary. I literally just didn't slide at the notary office. That's all I had to do was just get the stamp. So I get out here, they're like, you can't do that. I performed that night, let's put it that way.
Oh, really?
But that's when I fell in love. Because I noticed, you want to know what I noticed? I noticed that people were crossing the street and cars were stopping for them. That doesn't happen in Oklahoma City.
Really?
Yeah, cars don't stop for pedestrians. They keep going. The pedestrians stop for cars.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not only that, but everybody that I met that night cared, and I still probably have them on social media to this day.
That's dope.
And
So
I
there's
literally
love
wasn't
out
even allowed in the venue,
Really?
except for just to perform my set, and that's it, because I wasn't old enough.
Hey, but that's dope though. So they allowed it. I mean, they
Full circle, when I
You're
first
like, hey,
came
I
back
just-
here, that was the first venue I hit when I
Really?
first came back here. Yeah, had enough booked me actually.
Wow.
Yeah, so
That's awesome.
Full circle,
So
25 years old.
So I mean, but how many years has it been the rap scene? How many years have it been in the rap scene?
Okay, so I want to say when I graduated high school, 2014, I jumped out into the Juggalo world and I started doing like little backyard bashes. Shout out to KP. I started doing little mini festivals. Conservatory, if you ever opened for or went to a underground show, Juggalo show at the Conservatory, I probably opened, or my crew did, I was probably there. And then eventually, like 2016, I started doing downtown Bricktown shows. They had this thing called Bricktown Sessions, and they had a permit. And so maybe once a month or so, maybe even more, we went out there and did Bricktown Sessions, and that's where I met a lot of people. I met Hatch Flowers, met Darren Sippener, I met so many people there that have carried me through original flow. Like Sean Reedy, like carried me through this music stuff all the way through. Telling me stuff, criticism, that constructive criticism, that like raw, hey, you did great here, but this is what you should do. We should tone this up. Hey, do this, do that. That's what brought me through the wire all the way through my music career.
Wow, that's very interesting.
Literally, it's just coming, growing up in the music scene. I started when I was fresh out of high school. I was 18 years old.
Wow. So
25 now.
How many more years do you want to put into it?
I want to keep going. I'll never stop. I can't stop. I even took 2 years off. I stopped for like 2 years. Like COVID didn't kill me because I already killed me. I started to work and stack money and try to like really dive into music. Like I didn't want to just do music mediocre anymore. I just wanted to have enough money to actually like invest and make it my own. So I had to work in order to do that, of course. So I stopped to work, and then COVID hit, and then I just did a whole another number on everything. It just kept getting further and further. And then one day I just decided, hey, I'm gonna start making music again. 2021 comes, January hits, I'm just doing music, releasing singles.
I mean, that's the way to do it, you know. I mean, so you know that Tulsa is amazing, but it's like, who is your favorite 3 artists in Tulsa?
Man, that is the hardest question ever. I love so many Tulsa artists. Okay. All right.
Just 3.
3?
Just 3. Yes. Or 1.
This is tough. I can't do this.
All right. Well, who's the last Tulsa artist that you listened to? Like
T-Rush.
Okay.
I was gonna say T-Rush.
Okay.
But
we got the answer. We got the answer.
It's gotta be T-Rush.
We're gonna leave that there because
I feel biased. That's my homegirl, though.
But every time I ask that question,
all of them
name off 20 people. You know, and to me that's a good sign.
I gotta say T-Rush.
So
she's got everything. She's been doing it. She got the longevity. She's the vibe.
They did that Rush Festival.
She's goals.
She's amazing. They're amazing. I mean, is she a part of Fireland Africa?
Yes.
Yes, I knew it.
Yes.
I knew it. Of course. So
inspiring.
That reminds
so inspiring.
me. That reminds me. You did the cipher. King Spencer. Tell us about that.
I loved it. I had met all of them. Bambi, Ayla. I met them all that night, and I fell in love with all of them.
That's awesome.
Ali Shaw called me out there. I was like, yes, I'll do a female cipher. Heck yes. I came out there, didn't realize I was the only one not from Tulsa. I was like, you literally had me come all the way out here, and I'm not even from Tulsa. Thank you. Just because I'm not. Thank you. I'm ready for another one. Shout out Ali Shaw.
Yeah, shout out to her.
Shout out King Spencer. Shout out to all the female spitters. That's still one of my favorite verses of my whole life.
Yeah, so now we're at the last segment of of the interview, and this is off the top. Make sure to check out the YouTube channel and subscribe to everybody watching
Honestly,
right now.
that's pretty cool.
Where can we find all of your music at? Let's hear where you got it.
So I'm everywhere, all streaming platforms, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Spotify. Pandora, kind of weird, so don't even look there. I know I'm on iHeartRadio, that gets interesting. Try that. If you do look on Alexa, it's Shiann Davis, not Cheyenne. Just because of the way it's spelled. Find me on Instagram at Shiann Davis Official, Facebook, Shiann Davis Official as well, I believe. But yeah, Twitter I'm not really with, I'll be real. Maybe one day. But we'll see if it even comes back.
Yeah, I mean, Twitter is.
TikTok, I'm trying. Shiann Davis Music.
Yeah, it's hard on
TikTok's
TikTok,
hard.
but it's like it works for some people.
I have art on there. I have music on there. I have funny stuff. I have stupid stuff. I have me and my girlfriend being dumb. Like trying. TikTok.
Yeah, that's a difficult one right there.
It is.
Some people it works out pretty
I might have to do something really controversial in there. You know how that goes.
Probably. I mean, shit, that's how it usually goes. But
How it goes.
so, other than that, do you have any shout outs to people that your people that could be watching, or anybody?
Man, shout out to Original Flow from the beginning, telling me to just the constructive criticism, telling me that I'm good, but I could be better, telling me to do it in the mirror, practice in the mirror. That was the biggest thing for me. Original Flow, thank you. You probably don't even know I'm gonna say this, but thank you. Zuna Fish, you're my favorite lyricist. I realized that this year. I should have told you that sooner. Patch Flowers, you're the shit. 2KP forever, regardless of any drama, bad blood, whatever. Flyboy for life though. Flyboy for life since I was a baby. Y'all know what it is. Y'all are watching. I know you are. Why Fear? Thank you.
Yeah. I call this freestyle session. You can freestyle off the top of your head. You can rap, or you can rant for 1 minute starting now.
So, I just need everybody to know, I would love to freestyle and be cool, but I want everybody to know that science is really progressing right now, and they're doing things that is mind-blowing in genetics. They can literally unzip your DNA and take viruses and diseases and everything out and plug other things in. This is a time that we need to figure this out and study this, because this could change the way of humanity. People are scared of it, and that's okay, because new things are scary. But if you are for or against or whatever this vaccine, then you know that it is real technology, real scientific technology, and it could change the way of humanity. So why not try to see what we can do with it other than just this vaccine? Why not try to figure out what it actually means and what we can do with humans, and how, this is my most important part of this whole spiel, how to figure out how cannabis can help, how cannabinoids can work with our molecular biology and structure. That's my TED Talk.
Heck yeah. Hey, make some noise for Shiann Davis.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll be here all week. Well, no, I'm going back to OKC, but whatever.